Hello and welcome to Scriptonite Reacts. I'm Scriptonite. Today we're going to be watching Season 3, Episode 3 of The Expanse, and this episode is called Assured Destruction. I'm ready. I loved the entirety of the last episode. It's one of my favourite episodes. It had me all the way through. The look on Jim's face when he saw Vassarala. Jim doesn't have simple days anymore. There's no simple day in Jim's life, so I'm sure he's now going to be a bit stressed thinking about what the fuck they are going to do next. I'm keen to find out because there's some trust there. They've kind of worked together. Vassarala's met his mum. That's one of my favourite scenes in the entire series. You know, Ellis Holden with Vassarala was really powerful. It was two women at the top of their game, both of whom, you know, can kind of look like cuddly grandmas one minute and like incredibly gorgeous, powerful women the next, and the next pure evil. Like, they're really skilled actresses playing them, but fantastic characters. So I'm interested to see where it goes with the Rosie crew and Vassarala, and obviously we've got Bobby in the mix as well, which is another unknown. How is Bobby going to interact with the team? Who's going to like who? I'm psyched. I really am up for this. I'm looking forward to how the chemistry works out with this lot. And talking of chemistry, we have got the proto-molecule situation happening on Io, not very far away, where Strickland is developing a new hybrid. And essentially the genetic condition of Prax's daughter May and Katoa and basically the other kids they've kidnapped has some limiting force on the proto-molecule. But the question is, well, when do they become more than children? When do they cross over? At what point do we stop treating them then as children? Are they now enemy combatants? Are they now to be treated like we've treated the past hybrids? There are so many ethical questions in this series, and that is one for me. Back on Earth, Aaron Wright again thinks he's got Mao back in his box. Mao is not back in his box. So I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I really am up for Vassarala and Aaron Wright having the mother of all showdowns. I would like to see that very much. And in the belt, we obviously have even more problems because Fred Johnson has the proto-molecule and Anderson Dawes still has Kocha the scientist, and we have not resolved this issue yet. We know that Fred Johnson has sent a communique to Dawes, so we should probably expect some movement on that soon. I don't know where any of it's going to go, but I am completely in for the ride, so let's have at it. Wow! Please save her.
Who defaced the Martian flag on the bulkhead?
I updated it.
You think it's funny?
Maybe not now.
Wait, whoa. Let's start everything off on the right foot, shall we? Okay.
You think I need my armor to take this ship?
Be interesting to find out.
Not for you.
Hold on.
A Martian Marine with the Deputy Secretary of Earth on Julie Mao's ship, with the UN trying to kill them. Start with that.
I can't tell you, it's classified.
Oh, come on, we crippled a UNN gunship to
I
save
didn't
your
call you, I
hide.
called the MCRN.
Can you just settle down now, darling, please?
Call me darling again and you'll be saying that drawl in sign language.
Sounds like things are going well.
The Martians are bonding.
This one's not telling us why they're out here.
We just dodged a massive bullet. Scopes are clear, no ship's tracking us. It's a goddamn miracle. Getting out of this thing like nothing happened.
We're going to Io, right?
That's right.
Io.
My daughter's there. We hope.
Madame Vassarala has information that could help stop this war. You can't just drag her to Io in the midst of it.
And leave. No one's keeping you here.
We're target practice in that thing. It's defenseless. The comms are locked out. There's no way we're gonna...
comms. After that, we don't owe you anything.
If they don't use the ship, then you should take it and go. Go to Tycho. Do what you have to do.
Ouch. UN spy satellite, Watchtower 14.
We have confirmed ID on the contact. It is a Martian stealth steam ballistic missile platform. It holds 10 planet busters, each with 20 high-yield nerve warheads.
If we can find the other 3, then we can use a planetary railguns to simultaneously destroy them all before launch.
Planetary railguns?
A preemptive strike.
Yes.
It would have to be perfect. If it's not, Mars would retaliate immediately. With justification, millions of lives would be at risk.
Yes, but sir, our operatives in the MCRN command are convinced that they're on the verge of launching anyways.
Why would they?
Because they're losing the war, and they know it.
Well, fighting in the outer planets is different than bringing it to our own doorstep.
If we do this, we save lives, because it will end the war.
Find the other platforms. I'll give you my decision then.
Fucking hell. Ellen Wright is a proper old-fashioned, mutually assured destruction twat. Oh no, the dropship! Oh, Kochar.
See you in Agatha King.
The flagship of the Jupiter fleet.
Oh god.
How many survivors?
Unknown. They must have lost comms. We pinged their distress.
I like that guy.
A lot I don't understand about this war. But even in low G, shit still rolls downhill.
This is to remind you of Vesta.
This is nothing like Vesta. Electrical still not fixed?
We're repatching decks 2 and 3 as we speak. Wiring on this bucket really needs an overhaul.
I knew that actor. He was in Being Erica.
Okay, Kennedy, you clear your dance card because tonight you and me, we are brainstorming.
Tonight I have dance lessons.
Well, you can practice on me.
Admiral Southern, any survivors on the dropship ought to be considered prisoners and taken to the brig immediately. No one is to speak to them until I get there. That's an order. Transmitting rendezvous coordinates. See you shortly.
When's coming here in person?
Apparently.
Pause. We'll come back to you. This is really interesting. I can't remember that actor's name, but he knew about Fred Johnson. He had that cool drink with a Vassarala, and he's a dove, he's not a hawk, which I think, and he hates Gwyn. So I think we've got some potential here for an ally, but we'll find out. Play.
You can say that we're the only ones survived, that no one else got off the ship.
Relax. It's gonna be okay.
Relax and just breathe.
All right. Relax and breathe. Relax. Breathe.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Oh my god! He had to do it though! Oh shit! Oh, he's not wrong, but that was horrible. Oh, Theo.
It's good the children get to play together.
Oh, absolutely. It keeps their cortisol levels low, which enhances protomolecule uptake.
Wow. That was his daughter. Fuck's sake.
Katoa! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Does it hurt?
I feel strong.
Really?
All right. Hey, want to see something cool?
Katoa, come on. Would you get down, please? Katoa, calm down.
Have the others been infected?
I don't have a large supply, so I like to go one at a time. The current subject is the best candidate genetically. Don't worry, there's no risk of contagion. Not at this stage.
Oh no.
Thanks for speaking up earlier about still going on.
Oh, finally.
Hey, Naomi, you know what might be a good idea is to slave that ship to the Rossi. I'd rather have that thing following rather than hooked up in case more shit goes down, if you know what I mean.
You're right. I'm on it.
She thought about it, and then she didn't do it.
Thank you for not letting me die.
Proud to be of service, ma'am.
You wanted to see me, ma'am?
I can get to thank you in person for everything you did during the Eris incident. You're a hero.
No. Miller and Julie were the heroes.
Well, from the looks of Venus, Eris isn't finished with us yet.
Maybe now would be a good time for you to tell me why you're here. With a Martian Marine and your own government trying to kill you.
I was trying to bring Jules Pierre-Mao in from the cold. There are factions within the UN who are using the proto-molecule as an excuse to wage this war. But I may have a way to end this conflict. I need to send a tight beam to Admiral Souther on the Agatha King.
Any tight beam would give away our position, and we already took that risk.
Pause! Oh my god! He's Admiral Souther. Yes! Yeah!
This isn't just about the war. We need to contain the proto-molecule. Make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. You think that's funny?
Not at all. It's just that I've heard it before.
From who?
Everyone. Including me.
I met your mother.
No, she did! Yes, she did! No, she did! Yes, she did, Peter! I just saw it! All right, take it easy.
Lovely woman. She thought I was full of shit too at first. She's well. Happy for you.
I'm nobody's savior.
Okay. Okay.
Welcome aboard the Agatha King. The ship is yours.
That won't be necessary, Admiral. The Secretary General has issued an executive order to apprehend Christianova Sorrell on suspicion of treason.
What?
She was conspiring with Joe Pierre-Mao.
This is some bullshit.
Her last known location was aboard his yacht, which is now the debris field you fished the prisoner out of. Keep this need to know.
Mr. Ghazi, I'm Admiral Souther. This is Fleet Admiral Wynn.
Well, you Navy boys sure know how to roll out the red carpet. I figured Iraq Harbor would be my ride home. Lucky for me, there's a war going on.
Where's Eva Sorrella?
She's dead. Jules Pierre-Mao's goons executed her.
So she gets killed, but you still managed to escape. I think your boss is still alive. You're gonna be charged with treason, too. Cooperate, and you might avoid a death sentence.
Talk to Aaron Wright. He's the traitor. He's been protecting Jules Pierre-Mao all along.
Nice try. Get some rest. You're gonna need your strength.
Souther knows. Oh, I'm so glad we've got Admiral Souther on board because I fucking hate what's his face.
Nice cadence at the end.
It would be more convincing if we weren't at war.
We are witnessing the greatest event in human history. We should feel something other than fear. Of it, of each other, of the necessity of hard choices, of sacrifice.
Sacrifice literally means to make sacred. Do you think that's what's going on here?
Yes. Sacred losses.
God, he's drunk his own fucking Kool-Aid, this guy.
You're carrying a burden. I'm not going to lighten it for you.
And if Mars makes it a choice between us or them?
Us and them. How many of us? How many of them? How many sacrifices can you stomach and still tell yourself you're doing God's work? 100? 1,000,000? 1,000,000,000? We both know it's more than 37.
I'm going to consider that a rhetorical question.
No, there is an answer.
Is that the massacre? The 37?
So you know precisely how many lives a leader must sacrifice and still be a good man?
Yes, as few as possible.
Is someone's dad?
Oh.
No one you would know.
Do you work for Dr. Strickland?
No, we work together.
Like Misko and Marisko?
Who?
They're dinosaurs. They work together to help people and stop Count Mungo. It's my favorite cartoon.
I think my daughters used to watch that when they were your age.
Daughters?
Are they here?
No.
Did you see how Katoa jumped really high?
I did.
Dr. Strickland says one day I might be able to jump like that. I hope I can. I want to show my dad when I see him. What's your name? Mine's May.
Jules Pierre.
Nice to meet you, Jules Pierre.
Nice to meet you. May.
Ah, she's so cute.
Alex.
What?
We thought you were dead. And I'm glad that you're not. Really, I am. But you waited too long. Milos has learned to live without a father. And a real husband wouldn't have done that to his wife. I'm glad that you have something more important than us. Because we don't need you anymore.
Oh. Oh, mate. Oh, God, that got me.
Sir, the location of MCRN platform number 5 has been confirmed.
What do the simulations say?
Complete success, knocking out all 5 before they can launch, 82%.
And if they do manage a launch, what will the casualties be then?
We estimate it would
That's
be...
very unlikely.
All we need is for you to give the order to fire.
Shit.
I have a sacred obligation to the people of this planet. 82% is not good enough. Stand down.
Oh, he is gonna be pissed.
If you're gonna walk around the ship, you have to wear the boots. House rules.
What? Do they think I'm just going to float away?
Don't look at me. This is not my ship.
Okay. Lean your foot back to engage it.
Lean back with my weight on my heel?
Yes. There you go. Now you just walk around like you're in pumps.
How do you know what it's like to walk in pumps?
I didn't always work in space.
This isn't so hard. Not bad, right?
I'll inform Mars to ready the white flag.
There's half a pan in the fridge if you want.
It's all right. I'm not hungry.
Look, Naomi, I realize that things ain't how they used to be around here. And when you're on the Razorback, I saw you were checking out Tycho.
You wouldn't understand.
Well, you're wrong. I do. I get why you want to leave. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still mad as hell that you gave that proto shit to Fred Johnson. But I can't help but respect your commitment to the belt. I wish I had your strength. You sure you don't want some? I mean, the cheese ain't real, but the love that went into it is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Oh, he's got me again. Fuck you, Alex. Fuck you being adorable.
I'll get another.
Thanks.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Really thank you for helping us. But more importantly, to cut out all the bullshit. I'll go first. UN Deputy Secretary Ehrenreich commissioned Jules Pierre Mao to manufacture proto-molecule hybrid soldiers. Use the hybrids to lay waste to Mars.
We encountered one on Ganymede. It got onto our ship, almost killed us all.
We killed it instead.
Wait, you guys fought one of those things and won? How?
Burned it up in our drive plume.
We believe they're producing the hybrids on Io. Pediatrician is using children with a rare immune deficiency to create them. My daughter's one of the kids.
What do you intend to do if you find other things? Like scientists, data cores, a sample of the protomolecule itself?
We shoot the scientists and nuke the rest. Speaking for myself.
Based on your track record, I think you'd be inclined to give the whole lot to the belt.
Fred Johnson already has a sample.
How could you be so fucking stupid to give it to the OPA?
He didn't. I did.
I'd say cry me a river if I thought you could appreciate what one was.
Earth and Mars have the protomolecule. The belt has the right to it as well.
In that case, we should nuke Io. I told you we want the same things. Maybe now you'll believe me.
Wow. And yes, before you say it, pause. Yes, I have to watch a sci-fi version for this because I can't screen record Amazon Prime in the UK without a load of faff. And yes, I know that when she says freaking in this, she's saying fucking in real life. And before you've even seen this, I've already watched it on Amazon Prime doing the rewatch with my wife. So please, no more comments about bloody censoring. I know, it's been 3 seasons. Play.
This speech could well define my term in office.
Well, that's a shame.
Excuse me?
I understand why you canceled the strike, but with all due respect, that was the moment to write your legacy, not some speech.
You're being short-sighted.
If you end this war, you'll be remembered as the man who united humanity in the face of first contact. And that's a legacy you don't need anyone else to write.
He's good. Oh shit. Pause. Sorry, I needed to stop it because I wanted to have a closer look at what was going on with him. Oh my god, he looks horrific. This is not good. He's gonna die, isn't he? I knew he was gonna die. Play. Fuck, no! I've just got the feeling May is gonna be the breakthrough patient with this. We're gonna know her as this cute kid, and then she's gonna become fucking evil.
Having electrical problems on decks 2, 3, and 11.
11, no, sir. And 2 and 3 are fixed.
How long do you think the systems will be down on 11?
Everything should be back up and running in about 20 minutes.
Electrical fire down on 15. All hands needed.
Sir, I'm not supposed to leave the prison.
He's chained to his bed. You're with me.
Yes!
We have new orders, Lieutenant. Laying a course for IO.
What's an IO, sir?
That's classified.
Uh-oh.
Where is Admiral Souther?
Uh-oh.
I believe he's in his quarters, sir.
Which decks are experiencing electrical issues?
2, 3, and 11, sir.
Med base on 11.
I rarely agreed with your boss or her methods. She's a ruthless son of a bitch. But she's also a patriot. She'd die before betraying Earth, so talk fast. What really happened on that ship?
Yes!
Could you kill the lights again, please?
Tried to get the rest you said I'd need.
I love him. I love him.
Sir, I'm relieving you of command. The Agatha King is now mine. Don't make me relieve you of duty as well.
Fuck this guy.
All targets locked.
On your command, sir.
You absolute shit tip.
Fire.
No! If you miss,
2 is away.
we're all fucked.
3 is away. 4 is away.
What the hell's going on? They need to shoot, goddammit.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
5 is away.
Excellent.
Scratch 5.
Congratulations, sir. Well done.
Thank you.
We have a confirmed launch from target 5. They got one off before we hit them.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck! You stupid, stupid prick! Stupid. Fuck him. Oh.
Total population in the blast zone approximately 2 million.
What happened with the railguns?
It was a power cycling malfunction from charging up and standing down earlier, sir. Watchtowers have detected no other launches. SATCOM believes we have eliminated the MCR's first strike capability.
Fucking hell. $2 million.
What we are doing is hard. We have to be strong, and great men are strong. That's how they accomplish great things.
It's not up for debate. The experiment is over. Shut it down.
He's not gonna. He's not gonna.
You're not going to IO to destroy the proto-molecule. You're going because Earth doesn't have a sample, and you need one to stay in the game. The only reason I'm still on this ship is to make sure you don't get it.
You're right. We're not going to be friends.
Rescue efforts extremely dangerous. Drone cameras have begun recording dramatic footage of the impact site. Warning, the following images are graphic.
You know what makes this worse?
What could be worse?
Didn't need to happen.
Oh, you. I know what you're doing.
We had a military option early. If only he hadn't wavered. It's good that you're here, though.
Don't listen to him. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Is that it? God, that went by in 5 minutes. I thought we were about 20 minutes into the episode. Fucking hell. That felt very much like a positioning episode, setting us up for what looks like another dramatic 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 to me. It feels like we're about on the verge of something absolutely kicking off. Souther figured out pretty quickly that the story about Avasarala is 100% horseshit, because he knows there's no way on earth that Avasarala is a traitor. So he's now in on the story, and I'm really glad about that, because as I said at the beginning when I saw him, I know he's a decent guy. He's values led, and he doesn't trust Aaron Wright. He knows that all that stuff is about hawkishness and about astro-political maneuverings rather than about truth and lies. So he's a really good person, I think, to have on our side. But of course Gwyn knows that something is going on, so there's going to be some tension on that ship, but my money is still on Souther because he's smarter. He is just smarter. I'm really glad to see Kochar well. I was surprised, but understand why he had to kill Theo, the engineer. And that's me being tribal because I want our people to win, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It's a one-off life. But it is, I think this whole question, this episode, ethically was around you know, when is it okay to, when is a sacrifice really a sacrifice, as in something that is made sacred, and when are you just trying to win? And I don't know what I would do, because I've never been in that situation, but I do find it fascinating. And I liked the way that those discussions happen this episode. Another thing I like about this show is that it doesn't give you a position. It just, like, Ehrenreich wasn't actually made right or wrong this episode. I'm glaring at him because I know he's a liar. And I don't believe he's lying for the best possible reasons. I don't think it's just about his Earth First policy that he's interpreted for, but you know, because Avasarala has that mindset. She's not going around playing the games that Ehrenreich is. So it's like, even within that kind of patriotism sense where you say, look, I'm not joking around. I value Earth lives more than I value Martian lives, because I live on Earth and that's my job. And the people who run Mars, that's their responsibility to look out for Mars. Even within that mindset, you can have actors like Bobby, like Avasarala, who are both unashamed patriots. But they see the self-interest of Mars in a much more strategic, longer-term, nuanced way. That's fascinating. Because often people will go, oh, patriotism's this and religion is this, and if we only didn't have religion and patriotism, none of these things would happen. I meet people who use religion to create closeness with other human beings and do great things. And I meet people who use religion to judge other people and separate people from each other. It's the same religion, but the person is like blaming the tool rather than the person using the tool. And so that's what I think about many things. Many political ideologies, religious ideologies. It's less about the tool and it's more about the practitioner. And this show is great at doing that. And I think one way it does that is it presents you with multiple versions of the patriot. Multiple versions of what patriotism can and should look like. Avasarala, meanwhile, is on the Rossi just being Avasarala. She's dropping F-bombs at everybody and generally making her presence felt. I actually really enjoyed Bobby squaring up with Amos, not least because you realise how big Frankie Adams is. Just so you see Amos quite often looking absolutely enormous because you know he's built in his arms and everything. And actually you saw him next to Bobby and you went, she ain't far off. I'm actually not quite sure who I would put my money on in that situation. It might just be Bobby. That was really cool. Alex, this episode, just made me cry twice out of nowhere. This was not an emotional episode. It was mostly a sit and watch and listen episode. Just, I really feel for Alex. He was right to send that message. I think ultimately it's given his family closure. It's just not the closure that he would have wanted. They can't wait around for him. You know, his wife deserves and is looking for someone who loves her completely and is going to be there and be a part of her life. And then, you know, his kids need parents who are committed, and Alex isn't that guy. Alex ultimately he's a pilot, and he's realising that he can't have it all, and that hurt. That actually hurt me, watching him get hurt. I like him. He's a good dude. And I think the big game changers that we saw this episode are the fact that we've now essentially had a first strike from Earth. Earth has just delivered a massive defeat to Mars. Whether I approve of it or not is by the by. Fact. This was not good for Mars on both fronts. First of all, they took out Mars's first strike capability. Second, Mars fired, which means 2 million innocent, they're non-combatants, They're just people on Earth. 2 million have been killed by Mars. That is going to galvanise the fuck out of Earth. It's not going to matter what his fucking speech is now, the Secretary General speech. You kill 2 million people are going to be brought together around that. If only in fear. So I don't think, although Aaron Wright is living with the guilt, he's trying to transfer the guilt to Anna, Anna's feeling the guilt, the Secretary General's like, nah, you know, they're actually, I think, in a pretty strong place. It strikes me that this is going to be a moment where either Mars and Earth talk, they realise how massive this thing has got, and they talk and they climb down, or it is assured destruction. It depends really what happens, I think, with Aaron Wright, because as long as Aaron Wright is still in the game, this is all out war. If you could get Aaron Wright out of the way and have a Vassarala and Anna dealing with the Secretary General, I think this thing would go a very different way. So that is just going to depend on that, I think. The second big game changer in the episode was obviously happening with the proto-molecule. Katoa, as we suspected, is probably now dead. Their grand idea, very unsurprisingly, did not work. I think that's because it is going to work in May. It would, I think, narratively be very interesting to have us bond with this child, to see her humanity so clearly and her vulnerability, and then to twist that on us and have her be really dangerous. So I'm really excited about that. I think this is going to be great. We've now got the same, essentially the same debate happening with the scientists, and Mao, as is happening with Aaron Wright and the Secretary General, is how far you're willing to go. And Mao has just hit, a bit like the Secretary General, Mao has now hit his line. He's like, no, we're torturing fucking children. Stop it. You have Dr. Strickland, who's like Aaron Wright, going, are you fucking kidding? We're this close. Keep going. Like, there's so much more we have to do. What are you doing? So I think Strickland will go to the nth degree to carry on this research. Mao or no Mao, he's going to do it. Which I think sets us up for a pretty interesting couple of weeks coming up. And I'm really excited. So until the next time, bye-bye.